name is Caleb Taylor, and today I'm sitting down with Clay Clark, the pale, kind-hearted CEO of Thrive15.com. We're going to be talking about networking, and specifically, Clay's going to explain to us how to change those business cards into actual business deals. You might have heard us say this once or twice before, but here at Thrive, we believe that knowledge without application is completely meaningless. So while Clay's about to drop some serious knowledge on us, it'll be meaningless unless you actually apply it. So always be asking yourself, how can I take these principles and implement them into my business today? If you don't do that, this episode could be more meaningless than a documentary that is not narrated by Morgan Freeman. All right, Clay, we're just staying in this topic of networking right here, but we're going to focus on organizing your contacts, taking business cards and turning them into business deals.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that many entrepreneurs, all entrepreneurs actually are ready, right? They're always got their business card right there.
Yeah.
You know, they're throwing them out all the time, throwing out those business cards. But when they receive them, if you don't, like have a specific idea of how you're going to contact that person, what you could, connect with them about, you often lose track of that. And those don't always translate into business deals.
Yeah.
So this is something that you think is going to be worth our time.
I would say for most American entrepreneurs, most entrepreneurs throughout the world, networking is a complete waste of time.
Okay.
Because they're not actually turning relationships into value. I mean, think about this. If you meet somebody at lunch, he might be a great person or she might be a great person. But we all have a very limited resource, a very limited amount of time.
Sure.
So if you're taking their time and you're not offering them value and you're not offering yourself value, you're just hanging out with a bunch of acquaintances,
right,
which doesn't make any sense. It'd be better to nurture your existing relationships.
Right.
So this is sort of a defining thing. It's either a waste of time or a good use of time. And really, that's what we're talking about is, trying to make it, because it could be a fabulous use of your time. I'm just saying for most people, it's a complete waste of time.
And it definitely will be a waste of time if you're disorganized and don't have a way to keep track of all these.
True.
Clay, I read an article on the Entrepreneur.com written by Ivan Misner. We weren't sure about his name at first, Misner. Ms. Nizer, Ms. Meisner? Ms. Miser?
Pam?
Miser? So he's the chairman of the Business Networking Organization, BNI. Actually, CNN called him the father of modern networking. So
the father of
let's
networking.
learn from the father, shall we? So he says, to integrate the new information into your existing network, you need to do three things: prioritize, organize, and follow up with your contacts. You will follow your own inclinations, preferences, and criteria for accomplishing each of these tasks, but the end result for your effort should always be to strengthen, extend, enhance, and the effectiveness of your network of contacts. Now, there are different episodes that we have that you need to go check out that specifically talk about prioritizing and following up, but right now we're going to focus on organizing.
Yeah.
Because if you don't organize these contacts, these business cards, it's worthless.
True.
It's a waste of time. Yeah. So how did you do it with DJ Connection when you were going to all these chamber events and you were gathering business cards faster than you could throw them out?
Yeah.
How did you keep track of those and organize them?
Well, a couple things. One is in school, you're taught, like if you went to like a public school or something, or any type of school, they usually are like, everyone's the same value, we're all equal, everyone's a good person. There's that sort of rainbow, sort of unicorn, Narnia world. But in business, what I'm saying is if you meet, let's just say you met Clay, let's say you met Caleb, okay? So that's you.
Yep.
And that's me. So,
I got that.
And then we've got, let's say you meet, let's go with Dr. Zoellner, okay? And then let's be real. So you meet these three people at a chamber event. This guy owns 10 businesses, or is involved in 10 businesses, right? This guy has basically, he's maybe
a lot of potential.
Like a half a business right here, okay? Because he's working on some stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then this guy's got like nine businesses he's involved in, okay?
Yeah.
Well, as you're talking, you start to realize, like, this guy here, for whatever reason, you meet this guy and you say, this guy here, man, he is mega awesome. Like, he's got a ton of businesses, a high net worth. Wow. This guy, great guy, super nice guy, ton of potential, right out of college, good dude. this guy, super nice guy, owns businesses, whatever, but you only have so many hours in the day.
Of course.
Well, then you meet over here, and I'm just saying people that we don't know. I mean, I'm sure not, but we meet Stan. And Stan he smells like he's been sleeping in his car. He's a good guy. But
Is it the pine smell?
No, it's more of like it's like
a car smell.
Can you
describe it?
It's sort of it's like sort of like he's been sleeping behind a dumpster and then he crawled inside his car for shelter.
Interesting.
Not his car, someone else's car.
Oh, good.